Welcome to the Intersection Magazine podcast. This is Nicholas Kianda here, your host. And today I have a guest. His name is Kenneth Kwesiga. He works for Iotec, a company that is based here in Uganda. It's a fintech company, actually regulated by the Bank of Uganda. We're going to have a conversation about some of what they do, what they offer in the fintech space, and talk about some of the incredible growth that they've registered in the space. And I hope you guys enjoy this. Thank you. So Kenneth, thank you for agreeing to be on our podcast. Now, tell us a little bit about Iotec. What do you guys do? Tell us about what space you're in and everything about you.
All right, thank you for having me on the podcast. My name is Kenneth Kwesiga. As already mentioned, the co-founder and CEO at Iotec Limited. And Iotec Limited is a business-to-business financial technology company licensed by the Central Bank of Uganda to design and develop payment systems. What we have really been up to is building our product, and our product to the market is a platform, the Iotec platform. It's a platform that is comprised of three services. Service number one is a payment gateway, which enables any business, small, medium enterprise to make payments to their customers, but also to receive payments from their customers. And they can do this through mobile money, Visa, MasterCard. And then service number two is Verify. Verify is a know your customer verification service. So we simply verify information of your customers. As mentioned earlier, because we're a business to business, we enable businesses to be able to improve their service delivery. Take, for example, a microfinance institution that wants to onboard their customers, or a commercial bank, or another financial technology company that has onboarding of customers as a process. So what we do in there is that we provide a platform so that this microfinance, this fintech, this commercial bank is able to verify their customer information. At the moment, we are verifying national ID numbers. So this means that if Kenneth is onboarding on a Fintech A platform, I supply my national ID number, and then my national ID number can be verified that it actually belongs to Kenneth Kwesiga, and the information on it is valid. So at the moment, we are verifying NINs, we are verifying TIN numbers, tax identification numbers, business registration numbers, and trading licenses. And this we are able to do through our integration with NITA UG Hub. This is the government institution that has enabled us to be able to integrate with government agencies, and this allows us then to verify customer information. Our third service is credit referencing. We've integrated with Experian. Experian is a credit reference bureau from South Africa, and their job is to basically record loans. Whenever you take a loan, their mandate is to record that you've taken out this loan, to record that you have paid up this loan, and to record that you have been able to make these payments. So through that integration, we are then able to enable these businesses like microfinances to be able to do a credit reference check before they give out a loan. So yeah, that's our product. And that's what we mean by saying we are a business-to-business financial technology company, because we built a platform that enables other businesses, most especially business in the financial industry. Our target clients, as already mentioned, are microfinances, financial technology companies, commercial banks, money lenders, insurance companies, small, medium enterprises that are seeking to make payments or recover payments.
Okay. Yeah. And of course, you're regulated by the Bank of Uganda.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, tell me a little bit in terms of your team. I hear you have about four of the major guys on your team: Simon Asimwe, Timothy Kasasa, yourself, and Jamila Mayombwe.
Yeah.
What are their roles? What informed the creation of this team in this particular way in particular?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we are currently now a team of 13, full-time employees at Iotec Limited, but the founding members are 4, and that's myself, as you mentioned, Timothy, Simon and Jamila. And when we were founding Iotec Limited, we sat down, basically agreed to say we need to form ourselves into a company. This was actually after a couple of consultancies that we had done together as a team. But our creation of Iotec really starts way back. So we were friends for a very long time. We also worked together at some point as consultants, where we're doing a lot of consultancy work together. And based on our strength, we then decided to say, let's form ourselves into a company. But it was also because of how well we executed the consultancies that we did. And I think that was premised on the work ethic and the ethos that we shared a lot. We just had one mantra of, just get things done. So we liked to go by that, like no excuses, no procrastination, just get things done, just get it done. And that allowed us to really work fast and get so many things done. And that's how we formed the company. Myself, what I bring on the table in the team is strategy, strategy formulation and execution. By the same time, also business development. And then Simon's very good with product development and operations, internal operations of the company. And then Timothy and Jamila are the techies. These are the guys who are very, very experienced with and have very good domain knowledge of technology, technology stacks that you need to use to get a job done, but also they're good with building a product that is going to be able to scale in the future, but also a product that is robust, a product that is also secure. So they are very good with design thinking and human-centered design specifically. And what that really means is that we think of the target audience that is going to use the product first, and we try to get focus groups around it, and we try to, play the devil's advocate, be that person that is going to use the product. And by doing that, it gives us a lot of insights into the design and development before we even start designing.
Okay. I have here some notes in terms of some of the products that you offer. Micro insurance back office solution. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Okay. So of course, and maybe that I'll just give something else that then segues into that question. So as a company, when we started as mentioned earlier, we are now a team of 13. So that was 2020, 2021. 2022 is when we really grew as a company, became fully operational, got all the licenses that we needed, and of course that then got us to start scaling also in terms of employees. So we moved from 4, hired a couple of other engineers, we had product managers, we have a CFO right now, we have also internal legal representation through the chief legal officer. So we've been working to grow every aspect of the business, and of course the growth in the engineering team as well has enabled us to now start developing other products like the micro insurance products and back office systems. But what we really mean by back office systems is the system that is going to be used internally. Let's say company A comes to us and they want to design a microfinance institution or a money lending platform. That platform will be broken down into 3. It will have the mobile app that the customers use to, let's say, originate a loan. It might have a USSD application, which will serve the same purpose as a mobile app. Then we shall have the back office system, which the administrators of that microfinance company will be able to look at and see, okay, we are seeing, X number of loans coming in from the mobile app, from the USSD. They use that application to also see how many signups are we having per day, how many loans have been given, how many have been paid. So that's what we mean by the back office applications. Almost every system or application that we design must really have a back office, because that's what the administrators use to monitor the system.
All right.
Yeah.
Then I also noticed you talked about micro insurance, and then there's also a product for microcredit.
Yeah.
Did you also mention that? Can you just shed a bit of light on that, or have you already done that?
So the microcredit platform has been built as software as a service. It's a platform mostly for microinsurance companies, and microcredit companies. or any microfinance institution or money lender that is giving out microcredit.
Okay.
And the reason we designed it that way is also an insight that we got into the market, that many of these microfinance money lenders, they love the technology, but then it doesn't come. It's then, well, they say it's expensive or they can't afford it. So we decided to design it as software as a service so that it can be affordable almost to everyone. You only pay for what you use. Model. We've designed it in a way that it's interfaced with the mobile app, a USSD application, but it's already also integrated with our platform, with our Iotec Pay platform, the payment service. We've actually infused it with the entire Iotec platform. So meaning within that micro lending platform, you can verify KYC information of your customers that you are onboarding. You can do a credit check on them through the Credit Reference Bureau. And once everything checks out, you can disburse the loan to their mobile money wallet, and they receive it instantly, and they can withdraw the money from any mobile money agent. So in there, you can see that it's a very good use case for the Iotec platform, which is our primary product that we built.
A bit of a side question in terms of this credit referencing.
Yeah.
The Americans have this system where you basically you gain points when you fulfill, on your cards and your payments, and then of course you lose points when you don't. Do you think there's room for us to go into that direction with what you guys are doing?
Most
Are you
definitely,
setting
yes.
the stage?
Most definitely, yes. I think there's room for that. And here, this is where we probably need to advocate for certain policy changes, like policy that maybe governs the CRBs to be able to accept other alternative form of data other than just the data from commercial banks, because that is just limiting in itself. But there's a lot of other information about me as Kenneth that if I exposed you to it, you could have a very good understanding of who I am. How often I pay my rent is a very good example of data that gives an insight in who I am. How often I pay my school fees, school fees for my children. Am I late on that payment? Am I late on my rental payment? Because all that also shows the kind of responsibility index that I am at as an individual. If I cannot pay my rent in time or pay school fees for my child in time, most likely I may not honor my credit that I took. But there's all sorts of information right now, most especially now in our ecosystem, mobile money transactions, payments to utility services like Umeme, ETC, water. All this is very good information that if reported to the CRB, it would enhance the credit scoring algorithms that they're using, and it would enhance, insight into one individual, and which would of course also increase the number of people that pay back their loans and consequently also reduce the non-performing loans. So to a greater extent, yes, I agree that would help.
Okay, then I also noticed you have and maybe you already mentioned this before, the software development as a service.
Yeah.
That's mobile application, development and support.
Yeah.
Back office and web application development, USSD provision, SMS aggregation.
Yeah.
Then of course you mentioned some value-added services, and then the microcredit platform. How successful is your software development arm?
It's been surprisingly, pleasantly successful.
Okay.
And we started it as a need that we really hadn't anticipated. Much as we were pivoting to being a platform, designing the platform, the Iotec platform being a product, we also got clients that didn't have any form of technology. They come to you and they say, look, we are this business, we are at a growth cusp, we know that we need technology, but we don't know what we really need to do. And sitting down with these clients and listening to them and listening to what they want to achieve, what their top 3 problems are and how you want to achieve them, you then realize that you actually have to start from giving them technology. And some of the technology they required was custom. It required custom development because the needs were really, really specific to the business. So that led us to start small department where they were just responsible for building software, and that could be that was specifically custom software, mobile applications, web applications, and then the USSDs came in. And then once that department builds the software, we then infuse it with the product, the Iotec platform product, which then has the payment gateway, has the verify, has the CRB, but also having designed mobile applications and web, it was very easy to see that the customers that these businesses wanted to serve, not all of them had smartphone applications. So it means that if you build, for example, a microcredit platform, it's for sure imperative that it needed to be accessed via USSD. So that work then led us to start developing for USSD applications, so that we can become a one-stop center for a business. Once you come into Iotec, you're getting the platform, you're getting software, you're getting USSD applications. On there, we've also added on SMS as a service, where you can develop SMSs, and the SMSs, because I mean, for every loan you disburse, you need to issue a receipt that you've disbursed the loan. So in that case, that's an SMS notification. When the customer pays you back, they also need to have some form of confidence that they have paid you back. And in that case, that's an SMS. At least once they have the SMS, they'll be notified that a receipt. They'll have that as some form of receipt that they paid. So yeah, it's been very, very successful, and it's a department that we've decided to even develop further. It allows us to have a pipeline of very strong engineers. In there, we've also done some internships where we have offered opportunities for strong university graduates to come in and work with our engineers and actually work on real life tech. You design a platform and it's launched and people are actually using it. So that gives you some form of fulfillment, and the students have been happy with that.
Okay, let's kind of go home a little bit in terms of Kenneth Kwesiga personally. Tell us a little bit in terms of your qualifications. Where have you been? Of course, if you're at liberty to share your experience in terms of getting to where you are right now.
Okay, that's a long story, but I'll try to limit it. My background as Kenneth, I'm a computer science graduate from Sikkim Manipal University in India. I practiced software development for about 8 years. I started out with a locally owned Ugandan company, which gave me an opportunity at internship, and that internship, of course, then resulted into a full-time job. Forever grateful for that opportunity. It was actually given to me by a gentleman called Patrick Agenda, who works at Data Care Uganda Limited. So my journey started there, and forever have a soft spot for them. So Patrick, thank you very much if you're listening to this. And then I worked as a software developer there, and I think I was there for about 3 or 4 years. I think if I put the internship period and the work, professional work time period as well. Then from there I moved on to a Norwegian-based company. I joined as a software developer as well. I had a total of 5 years at the Norwegian-based company. In there I also moved to Norway for a short period of time. And in there I started being exposed to different classifications of work, if I put it that way. Sales, marketing, management, leadership as well. I think that's why I also honed my skill set for strategy. So in the 5th year, I had transcended from software development to project management to head of operations. So my last role at the Norwegian company was head of operations, and then I moved back. I moved to another Ugandan-owned company, which was also a fintech. I joined as a head of business and enterprise solutions. I worked there also for a total of 3 years. In my in the first year, I was the head of business and enterprise solutions. Second year, I was promoted to chief operations officer.
Okay.
So I did 2 years of chief operations officer. And in there, of course, I was responsible for profitability of the business. I was responsible for strategy formulation and execution. And I think it also exposed me a lot to the sector, understanding what fintechs are about, and how we can develop the sector. And I started, I think, getting interested in working with industry stakeholders to see how we can improve the sector, the fintech sector at large. It was a very good learning opportunity for me, and from there I then decided to start my own company, Iotec. That's about 2020. And yeah, with Iotec, it's been a great journey. But yeah, I think to also speak a bit more there is tech is beautiful. Developing software is amazing. I sometimes feel like I want to go back to it, but I think also I've now managed to see that I best contribute to the tech world through strategy formulation and industry policy advocacy. That's where I contribute the most.
Leading into that is the question about FITSPA. For you, I read that you're a board member for FITSPA. What does FITSPA do?
FITSPA is an association for the financial technology companies here in Uganda. Our mandate is to advocate for policy, formulation, regulation, and I think we've had a lot of success with that. Most especially the founding members of FITSPA have done quite a great job. I'm really very, very happy with the work that they've done, and I think that's what really led me to also aspiring to join them. These are guys who came into the market, when this whole fintech thing was still a buzz or not even understood, but they did a great job. So yeah, under FITSPA, my role there is to advocate for policy, see how we can contribute to regulation, new regulations that have not existed before. I think FITSPA as an organization has also contributed a lot to the regulation of fintechs through the Central Bank of Uganda. They contributed towards the creation of the NPS Act, and also which governs, of course, all the financial technology companies. Worked very closely with the Central Bank of Uganda, formed the regulation, put it in force, and now starting to actually encourage other fintechs to get licensed. Before the license, we had over 200 fintechs. After the NPS Act, we have over 24, I think about 24 licensed fintechs, and more that are in the pipeline of being licensed. And I see that it's really good now for the sector, because once a sector is regulated, then the problems that we grapple with are problems that we deal with as a team, but it also gives more confidence into the sector, confidence for both investors but also the consumers. So many consumers who are consuming services can at least know that I should only work with a licensed company, because if anything is violated, I shall go to the central bank. So we are seeing that kind of positive changes, which is great.
Now, do you know if the other members in the sector, in terms of like the health techs, do they also have associations that govern them, that help kind of serve their spaces? Health tech, agriculture tech, some of the other ones?
I get your question, agri-tech, health techs, logistic tech now is something that is coming up. If they do not have this form of associations, I think I would encourage them to come up with them. But also FITSPA is a good place to start with. Even within FITSPA FITSPA does not only cater to the fintechs that are licensed by the NPS Act, by the central bank. It also caters to other financial technology companies that are not necessarily doing payments. We do have some health tech companies in there, agri-tech companies in there. So FITSPA will be a good place to start from, because it already has the governing structures, or at least some form of structure to guide and help such a startup that is in that field. And then later, maybe once they grow in number, then they can create their own associations. But I would advocate for associations first, because it brings order, it brings some form of collaborative efforts put in place, which then later can morph into things like policies, things like regulation.
Okay, excellent. Now, in terms of what you've seen for the ecosystem, and of course having worked in the sector for quite a while, do you see any gaps? How are we doing as an ecosystem, as a technology and innovation ecosystem in Uganda? Where do you see us needing a little bit of work, or what are our strong points?
Okay, that's good. So I think I would address that more in form of, say, startup ecosystem. And I mean, most of these startups are really, really doing a lot of work. Running a startup is not easy. So I really respect everyone that has tried to run a startup of their own. But of course, using Iotec as an example as well, I mean, we are a 3-year-old company. And within 3 years, we've managed to do quite a lot. But I also want to attribute that to the choice we made of being regulated, because by being regulated, it also then pushes you to become compliant. And by being compliant also means that now you have to put quite a lot of corporate governance efforts in place. I mean, things like, for example, having an executive team, having a board in place. It could be an advisory board, but at least you put it in place. That board, of course, will have a mandate. It will have responsibilities. Some of those responsibilities will be, risk and audit. It could be, marketing. It could be cyber security. And you find that by having such things in place, it really positions you, even as a company, to be a company that investors want to associate with, they want to listen to. That alone has helped us as a company, by simply being licensed and having these corporate governance in place. It positions you as a company that would like to also have partners, other banks, other businesses like commercial banks want to partner with you, because they have this confidence that it's not a one-man briefcase company. So as a sector, I think that there's a lot of work we have to do as a company, as a sector. So many startups are, single member startups. They want to move by themselves. They want to make this idea work by themselves, but you'll find that as moving alone and being a single member startup, yes, you can get so many things done, but then you also view it as a high risk, because if I'm an investor, I'll be a bit worried, seeing that, okay, this guy is the only founder. It means that the decision starts and ends with him. He doesn't have, those checks and balances, compared to a company that has, 4 founders, an executive team, it has a board. As an investor, I start feeling confident towards that. So as a sector, I think we're not doing so badly. I think we have really, really grown as a sector. Again, through these, partnerships, these associations like FITSPA, bringing in regulators. So I think that has now moved so many fintechs to really become well-governed businesses. The startups that haven't yet done that, that's what I would encourage you to do. It's expensive, but in the long run, it's the right thing to do, and it gets you there in a governed approach.
Okay, thank you very much, Kenneth. One last thing, where can we find you? What are your socials?
I'm only on LinkedIn and Twitter, and WhatsApp. Those are the 3 socials I'm on. My LinkedIn, just find Kenneth Kwesiga on LinkedIn, and maybe put there Iotec Limited. I'm pretty sure I'll be there. Twitter, it's Kwesiga. That's my handle. And I'm pretty sure my telephone number shall be on this. But thank you very much for having me, and I look forward to having other conversations.
Okay, thank you very much.